Hey guys, how's it going? Well, it's another Sunday and another day to work on the van. Just bought more groceries. Same stuff pretty much you saw last week. Um, so today I'm going to talk about something that is, I think, pretty important. And the topic of this video is people matter. So the people are, you know, it's just like there's good things and there's bad things to everything, and I think that could be said of people as well. Um, you can have people that can be a real pain in the neck and be constant complainers and negative, and you have to deal with them and you don't want to. Or as our American friends just experienced American Thanksgiving, and maybe you are gonna be in the same room with family members that you disagree with politically, and they insist on pushing their views on you, or religious views. That's another one that happens. And it's you have to kind of tolerate it and deal with that if you want to see your family. There's might be a few people there that you're not going to really be in sync with. You're not on the same wavelength. However, there's still good parts to those people, and they're still worth uh, spending the investment on, the investment of time. Now, sometimes they're a real pain in the neck, and it's better just to disassociate with them altogether if possible. Uh, but that's case by case kind of a thing. So people are like, it's kind of like analogy is like a stock market. The more you invest, the bigger the return. But also, the more you invest, uh, the bigger the risk. So if something goes wrong, and you invested a lot of time and energy, this could be either a friendship or an intimate relationship. If you invest so much and then the bottom falls out, then you fall hard and you fall fast. So as with the stock market, the more you invest, the bigger the risk, but the bigger the reward. If you can invest a lot, you get a lot in return. Now, the thing that's challenging, that can be challenging with people, or you could even say community in general, is that nobody is the same, and there's going to be disagreements. And can you look past those disagreements? I would, as much as possible, try to do that. Um, when I used to go to church, I had some pretty strong views on certain aspects of my beliefs, and there were people in my church that very much disagreed with me. For example, homosexuality. Even when I was a Christian, I never believed that you can tell someone what sexual orientation they should be, and what business of it is anybody what they do in their bedroom. As long as there's two consenting adults, then what's the problem? It's none of your business. And if someone's religious views dictate the intimate details of somebody's relationship, well, it's a problem for me, because that's kind of none of their business. And I find it interesting, I don't want to get political here, but there's some groups that believe in minimizing government and less government, yet when it comes to someone's very personal relationships, then they want the government to get in the middle of that, and it just doesn't make sense to me. So anyway, when I was in these Bible studies, or sometimes things would come up, and we would have disagreements, and I would just basically let it go, because I'm not going to change their mind. They're not going to change my mind. So what's the point? So when I was in that church, you kind of have to take the good or the bad. There's things I disagree with, but there's a lot of good things that people had to offer. And if you just say, forget it all, I don't want any of it, well, that's really your response. That is your inability to deal with the negative aspects of what they offer. But you're missing a whole bunch of good stuff. And, it's like they say, don't throw the baby out with the bathwater. Even though I disagree with a lot of what Christianity says, there are some really good things in there. And you can't just say it's all baloney, because it's not. There's a lot of really good stuff in there. But, when you're dealing with community, you got to take the good or the bad. And if you can't take the bad, then it ends up being a problem more or less for you, because you're going to miss out on things that that community could offer, in terms of support, in terms of friendship, in terms of spending our lives with each other. And, life is short. Just watching TV or surfing the internet all the time, it rings. Yes, it's entertaining, and it's something to give a mild amusement, a form of pleasure. But really, ultimately, it could be really shallow, and there's no real depth to it. Just to stare at a screen all the time, there's no depth. And then, when things might get difficult, the internet's not going to help you. Watching TV is not going to help you. But people can help you, because now that investment that you've made can pay off. Not that you want to look at it as, what am I going to get out of this situation? But that's one aspect of it. You make an investment, and when the time comes, you can say, you know what, I have a problem, and I need some help with this, and a good friend will help you. And at the same time, you can offer them help when they need it. There's a saying that I've kind of one of my mottos I've had for the last 20 years, and it's like, don't deny me the joy of giving. So when you can offer someone to something, ideally it should give you joy. It should give you something, it should be pleasure to you to say, I've helped somebody, and that makes me feel good about myself, and it makes them feel good, and it's a win-win situation. So don't deny me the joy of giving. That's a good motto, I think. If you want to bring meaning to your life, it would be wise to consider what people have to offer. And as many problems as they may bring you a lot of happiness and joy as well. The closest relationship I have right now is with my kids. And kids are fantastic. They can be just an abundance of joy and a rewarding dynamic. But they also can be a real pain in the neck. At 6 o'clock in the morning, I go over to my ex-wife's house 3 times a week, and I have to get them ready for school and get out the door. Well, you know what? It's kind of a pain in the neck, because especially my son, he needs to be reminded a lot. He's eating his cereal, and I give him like 10 minutes, and meanwhile, he's taking 3 bites, and he's reading the box of the cereal instead of eating. And I'm like, come on, let's go, dude. And it's like over and over and over again, and you kind of have to be on him all the time. But there's a lot of amazing stuff that you get from your kids that no one else can give me at this point. They're just the love that they have for me and that I have for them is without comparison in my life. So I have a suspicion that van dwellers, not all of them, I don't want to stereotype, but I think there is a segment of van dwellers who kind of isolate themselves. And it's easy to, just keep to yourself. You don't have any neighbors. Someone makes you upset, you can just drive away. Um, and maybe there's difficult relationships they've had in the past, or they've just kind of been hurt a lot and they don't want to go down that road again. However, for those people, I would say don't give up on people. Um, they are a great source of happiness. And if you can just look past the negative aspects, there's so much more to be gained. Go out and meet people, experience new activities, get involved, maybe look on your local Craigslist or meetup.com and see if there's a book club, and find a group of people that all have the same interest in reading a particular book or particular genre of book. Maybe it's philosophy, maybe it's mystery, something like that. And you can read a chapter of the book and you get together and you have some snacks and you talk about what happened and the implications of it and things like that. That's interesting to me. I might do that. Or join, if you've ever want to learn an instrument, there's lots of things you could do to go to a local community college and learn how to play guitar. And there'll be a number of other people in there doing the same. Or one of the things I thought of doing is going back to university or college and just taking a philosophy course, because I like philosophy, and there'll be a lot of discussion in there, I can guarantee it. But just to get involved, and not just, you can't just say hi to the girl at the Starbucks and that's the fulfillment of your interaction with humans for the day. I think that you're missing out a lot on life. So people matter. They matter because they can bring meaning to your life. Yes, there are difficulties that they can present as well, but I think that the benefits far outweigh all the potential negatives. Anyways, guys, I'm going to leave it there. Thanks for watching. Take care. Have a good night.